Guys, who is first on the first row? Anybody with a bug?
No error message. And any field what you can put.
Oh, guys, I didn't tell you. Don't type anything. Just keep your hands right there. Okay? It's not about functionality. It's about what you can see.
When I open page, I didn't see.
You do not open pages. The page is right here.
Yes, I didn't see cursive mouse.
Cursor? Yeah, but it is there. I mean, yeah. Look at mine.
The drop downs are having only one option.
You cannot click on them. Just look.
Grammar mistakes down.
Voice spelling mistakes.
Due date
and
PO numbers are changed.
Okay, one by one. First row. So which one?
Due date and PO number.
So, what is the problem?
Changed. It's not in the proper column.
Guys, see, she says you have to change them. It's not a bug, it's a solution. She might say it doesn't look appropriate. She might say that one doesn't look like PO number. That one doesn't look like a date. So she might come with 2 bug reports. But she says, why don't we replace them? So, and that bug report is a solution bug report. And to come with a solution, you have to really know the solution. Otherwise, it's much more safe to report the problem and let them to make the decision. See what I mean? You cannot really go too far. You have to be responsible for what you can claim. So what?
Results per page is 10.
No, wait a second. We are discussing one. We didn't finish one. We have to write a bug report. So we are discussing the future bug report. That one looks like a date. I mean, obviously. That one, I don't know. Maybe we have to change all of them. I cannot say much. What I can say is, for sure. Okay, let's write the bug report here. Okay. So the bug report number 1 is going to be data in due date column does not look like a date. Does not like a date. Then we might write another one. We might say data in PO number, purchase order number column. What we are doing when it comes to the name of column or name of any component in the graphic user interface. So I put it in double quote to differentiate between name of specific element and just English language word. Okay, data in PO column is represented in date format, not PO number format. In date format, or let's say should. Okay, should, more like a question. Should data in PO number column be represented in date format? Okay, let's do it this way. Kind of, if yes, it's okay. If not, fix it. Kind of, okay. Technically speaking, there is nothing wrong in the purchase order number being the date. But then, if you have 2 purchase orders in one day, then what's going to happen? So normally, it's not common to have that. But we are saying, guys, if it is a problem, fix it. If not, it's okay. I don't know. You don't know. You cannot judge, guys. You just this is the first time in your life when you look at that. Is it true? So don't judge. Just point to something which is might not be right. Okay, and the only way to say yes or no is when you have the requirements. Unless it is kind of obvious, unless it is a graphic user interface problem. So, second row, any problems? Without touching anything, without just by looking. Okay, guys, you do not click anywhere, you just look. Invoice date, here, it says September 30th, yes. Huh? Invoice date. We have October 1st here. Okay. So we have to report that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So number 3, I'm saying 7th row. 7th row. Okay. Invoice date. Invoice. Maybe I don't need that. Invoice. Okay, let's say invoice date. Okay. Invoice date. October 1st, yeah? 2011 is outside of a specified range, which is 620. Okay, let's do it this way. It was not October 1 October. Okay, 1 October 2000. I'm just trying to repeat completely. October outside of the range, which is 6, 5.
No, it's
6, 5, 2011, 9, 30, 11. So that is the range. It is outside of the specified range. Okay. Good. Third row. Any bugs?
There's no number 5
Where?
at the bottom.
What's button?
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's no number 5.
Okay. See, when you point to the problem, it should be, for developer, it should be clear what you mean. So when we talk about bugs and rules of bug reporting, okay, we talk about steps, we talk about short description of the bug report, and we talk about rules. We have lots of rules of bug reporting. So here, that is what we are seeing. So we have multiple pages. So we have 422 invoices. Okay. And on one page, it is supposed to be actually 10. Results page. Supposed to be 10. It is actually 11 if you look at that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there is some confusion. So how many pages do we really need? So if we have 422 invoices, the total number of pages should be what? 43. 43. If it is 11, still 32 multiplied by 11 is obviously below 400. So we have lots of issues related to that, 422 and number of pages, but so far we have very obvious problem here. So in between 4 and 6 there is no 5. Yeah? Okay. Link is missing to the page 4 to the page 4 of search results. 5, I'm sorry, to the page 5. Link below the table, okay, is missing to the page 5. Link, okay, let's say below the table, okay, is missing to the page 5 of search results. But see what happens, as soon as we give our attention to something, then other things happen to recover. I call it an effect of mushroom picking. Anybody picked mushrooms in his life ever in the forest, not in a produce store?
Yeah.
So guys, in Russia it's a national obsession. Free food. Okay. And then you can marinate them. And then you take vodka here and mushroom here. You drink vodka and you that is the whole purpose. So they go. I'm joking. I mean, you go to forest and you see a mushroom. What do you realize right away? There are going to be more around. Not always, but there's a pretty good chance there are going to be more. And then you start cleaning up and you see one more, and then you get down and you see more. And same thing with bugs. You come to one small mushroom, you can say, and then you see more around. And that is how it works. It's a chain process, okay? So we reported that one, but we have to say it is 11, not 10. It has to be 10, guys. I can tell you right away, it has to be 10. It's a bug. It's not like, what if they really meant it to be 11? No, 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 they meant it to be 10. It says 10. So we are saying number 5, 11 search results on the page are displayed. Not 10 as specified. Where? It is specified in results per page list box. In list box. 11 search results are displayed. Okay, are displayed. Not 10 as specified in results per page list box. That is another one. And then 422. By the way, the 422 by itself. Let me copy that, showing 422. Copy. I will write a bug report like that. I will say number 6. And that bug report is a solution bug report. It says replace showing 422 invoices text, yeah, with showing 10 out of 422 invoices. Showing 1-10. Yeah? That is what we normally see. 1 to 10 out of that many. So it is more expected, you know, than this one. And then we have number of pages. Overall number of pages is not big enough. So 32 pages is not enough. Okay. So we are saying 32 pages, 32 links. Okay. To search result pages. 32 links is not enough to cover 422 invoices found 10 per page, even 11 per page. Guys, we just see it happened with just one bug. I said any bugs, one bug, boom, and then it comes to what? 4. What is missing? Actions. So we are switching to another bug, or are we done with this? Yes or no? We are done with this one. Okay. The actions is missing. Yeah, it's kind of part of the package. But because of the 11th row, guys, we have two philosophies here. We might say, yeah, after they eliminate 11th row, and it has to be eliminated, and we wrote a bug report, it says 10, it has to be eliminated, then there's going to be no question where is the button here. I mean, each row has a button, and that one doesn't have a button, so why? We might really report it, and we might say, yeah, even if it is something to be eliminated, why doesn't it look nicer?
Okay, but not name of this column, we don't know what.
No, button is button. It's okay.
No, I'm talking about a name.
Name of what?
Like a column.
There is no name there.
Yeah.
So?
Not supposed to be.
No, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know, really. So I'm not judging something I'm not aware of. I see the button missing, and to me it's a red flag. Okay, I understand it's not consistent with anything. So I can report that, and that's what we are discussing right now. Should we report that, or should we wait for that row to be eliminated? And you will see people coming with two different ideas. Some people say, let's wait. Some people would say, if you don't report it now, you might really forget about it later on. So it doesn't hurt to report something, even if it is an extra thing. You will see people with two different philosophies here, and I wouldn't say that one is right or that one is wrong. Personally, I would write a bug report anyway, just as a reminder. But we can skip it for now, because since we just if we reported, let's say you have a lion, okay, and that lion eats up people in the town, okay, sometimes, and we have two bug reports. So bug report number 1, kill the lion. Bug report number 2, the lion has real dangerous nails, so cut the nails. Now the question is, should we go and cut the nails first, or if we kill the lion anyway, should we cut the nails after? Yeah, then maybe say, yeah, we don't care. I mean, so that is kind of, so if we kill that lion anyway, so why should we cut the nails, dangerous nails? So I would skip that for a while. Obviously, it is not consistent here, but it's kind of intersection of two. No button, and that row to be eliminated completely anyway. Okay, so guys, more bugs, perimeter, more bugs. Yes.
Amount of money, it's not an increased order. Row number 8.
Here.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, what is the meaning of that? Do you know? What is the meaning of that gray thing? Sorting. The arrow shows you the sorting order. But the very fact it does have, the very fact that arrow is on amount, not on status, not on PO number, what does it mean? The whole table is sorted by that column. So the whole table is sorted by this. Now, in which order is it supposed to be sorted? Yes, from big one to small one. And it has different one. Moreover, it is not consistent because let's say it goes from small one to big one, but 8,000, 10,000, 22,000, and that one is smaller than this one.
Yeah.
So how many bugs do we have here? The direction of the triangle, arrow, direction of the arrow, and violation of the order. So we have 2 bugs here. Huh? Adjustment, alignment.
Since it's amount, it
I agree. I agree. It should be aligned to the right, adjusted to the right. 3 bugs. Okay. And anytime you see money here, just amount. Okay. So number 8. I will start with amount row or column. We call it column. Column. Adjust values to the right. Adjust values to the right.
But in this case,
Huh?
on the title of the columns, as you can see, it's like this.
That is different one. Yeah, the title by itself. The title by itself. But you know, I don't know what's going to happen if we really adjust it to the right. Maybe it will look nicer. I don't know.
No. All the title of all the columns.
Yes.
You see, it's like
A little bit. Yeah, it's a different story. Okay, let's finish with this one. We want it adjusted. But when we write bug reports, there is a rule. We call it rule of 3 W's. Okay, let me. Oh. We call it rule of 3 W's. So what happened? That is what identifies a good bug report. When you ask yourself, is it a good bug report? Does it have 3 W's? What happened? So it should answer 3 questions. What happened? Where it happened? And another one, under which circumstances? Under which circumstances? Sometimes circumstances are important. Sometimes there is no circumstances. In graphic user interface problems, very often we do not have circumstances at all. So in our case, I just wrote a bug report where it happened becomes first. Look what I said, amount column, boom. Where it happened. The order might be any order. You might start with circumstances. If such and such button is enabled, and then you talk about the problem. So amount column, so where it happened. Then what? The application crashed, and then you talk about where and under which circumstances. So you are absolutely flexible in changing that order. I was just trying to give you an idea. Okay? So amount column, adjust values to the right. What we write here, guys, is short description of a bug. If you look inside the bug report, and you have special session dedicated to that, and in our course you will deal with at least 2 bug tracking systems. And then you go to internship and you're going to deal with another one. So when you really go to the job market, you have hands-on experience with 3 normally. When you look at the bug report, it has lots of fields. And one field is the title of a bug report or short description. That is what we are doing. Then we have steps to reproduce. Sometimes you do not need steps, and all you write is this. Sometimes when the bug is a functionality bug, so when you have to explain how you get to a certain point, so you need steps. Okay. So we looked at the adjustment here. Then the arrow, okay. And I can say again, amount column, copy. Let me do number 9. Oh, not number, just 9, okay, 9. I'm saying amount column, and what I'm saying, gray arrow, next, gray arrow next to the column title points to the, I can say to the wrong direction, but really it doesn't mean it points to the wrong direction. So it is inconsistent. Okay, points to the sorting order opposite to the actual order, gray arrow next to the column title. I don't even have to say amount column. Okay. Gray arrow next to the amount column title points to the sorting order opposite to the actual order. Yeah? Okay, let's keep. It is not my best bug report, but it explains what's happened. Okay. So we are, guys, not in the business of writing nice literature, kind of fine literature bug reports. In my words, if you know 200 words of English, I mean the right ones, you can write perfect bug reports. You just need to know names, list box, combo box, you know, text field, and then you need a couple of verbs: crash, click, move, select, and then you can write a bug report. So you don't have to be a big-time artist, you know. It's not like an essay, you know. They teach you in the school how to write an essay about everything. Yeah, it's like. So there was another bug. Oh yes, there was a violation. Okay, violation of sorting order. Order in amount column, and then we have to just say what happens there, and what happens there is that one, yeah, that one, and I put it in column in quotes, should be above that one. Copy. That's it. Okay. So guys, are you bored a little bit? But we've got 10 bug reports, guys, just out of nothing. And there are going to be many more if we keep looking. Before we do that, let me go back to the portnow.com online home page. Yes. Let me see if it is there. Okay, guys, listen to the gentleman. His name is John Maxwell, and he teaches leadership stuff, and he wrote almost 40 books. I mean, over 30 books. Brilliant book. I mean, he's a living legend, actually. If you know people like Dale Carnegie, for example, he's of that caliber. Okay. And in that video, he teaches teachers. He has a book. It's called 21 Principles of whatever. And that specific piece is about 80-20 principle. So he teaches people who are supposed to go back and teach. Pay attention to the very first sentence. He says, activities are not necessarily accomplishments. That is the very first sentence. Activities, think about it. Activities are not necessarily accomplishments. We have lots of people who are busy like crazy and there is nothing coming out of them. Listen carefully. It will take about 10 minutes and take notes because we will discuss how what he says relates to what we do in the class. Okay? So I will turn off my microphone for 10 minutes.
It's, talking about being testing a program.
We are not talking about software testing here. We are talking about how the 80-20 rule is applicable to our classroom activities. So as a group of people who want to change their career within next 10 weeks, so how is that rule of 80-20 rule, how would you apply that?
We will study all 80% of our time to testing and 20% of our time to the rest.
What is rest? And what is testing here in the class? We learn a lot. We are not really testing.
Your goals. What are you?
I mean, to maybe prioritize like this point in your life at this point than everything else, so focus on like this aspect.
Uh-huh.
So like, I mean, if you have other things to do, like you kind of have to focus on this because that's the imperative part of your life at this point.
Well, obviously, if we look at career change and other things in our life, so definitely we have to give enough focus to career change, but within the career change, within that classroom, within the program we are doing together. So within that, what are the priorities? We have loads of things. In my mind, I mean, we learn a lot here. And I told you the challenge of being on that program is we have to learn a lot of small things. So the number of things is overwhelming, not the complexity of each. They are simple, but the number. There are a couple of things which give you the result, and the result in our sense is getting a job and keeping a job. We have two things in mind. So we get it and we keep it. Some people just get it and cannot keep it. We have 10% going into interview questions. So let's say you read a book. Okay, you read a book, and that book talks about regression testing. It's okay. And you understand regression testing, it's okay. But you know what? Unless you focus on how to answer regression testing interview question, the value of you reading the whole book on regression testing is nothing. Because someone who didn't read that book, but someone who focused on how to answer the interview question will do better at the time of interview. Is it clear? So that is the priority. Interview questions is 10% out of 40. And another 10% is projects. Because that is how you get a job. And they will ask you, we know all the questions, we give you all the questions. And we give you all the answers, by the way. So still you have the challenge of learning. But project, so you go to internship interview, and then you have project, the one you do in a class, you have it in your resume. They say, okay. They are much more interested in talking to about the project rather than whatever you learn. People learn it's academic, but then you did something. Okay, let's talk. So what was that application? What is that company which developed that application? So who are the users? What is the functionality? Why anybody needs that application if there is another one just like that? I remember time, guys, when, so you know Facebook. I remember time when Facebook just came to life. And I look at Facebook and it's kind of weird to me. I mean, we have MySpace, we have Friendster, And then this one, what is that? So now, either you can explain what's in it, or you cannot explain what's in it, which is not good. So, out of 100% of your time, okay, 20% gives you 80% of the results. So that is where you have to focus. That is what gives you the result. I'm not saying you have to ignore the rest, no. I'm saying whatever you do, there is certain portion of what you do which relates to interview questions. When you write a bug report, for example, you might write a bug report. Or when you write a bug report, you ask yourself, if I go to an interview and they tell me, give me an example of a bug report you wrote, what would I do? So can I come with this one? See what I mean? You do not write bug reports so someone fixes a bug. At least not in the school. It's not what we want. We want you to write that bug report so next time you can talk about how you did it. And people say, oh yeah, she can do one more bug report. She already did one. Okay. Is it clear? That is the focus. Interview questions and projects. Good. Okay, let me show you what you do for as your homework. What you do when you go home. Okay. So we are coming back to the online home page, and we look at the session number 1. Each and every session, guys, when it comes to online class, the way it works is they do the homework first. And then they come to the class, and here is the recording of the class, of what happened in the class. And here is another one which I just did. Here is the current class. So I have something which happened in the previous class and something which just happened a month ago. Doesn't matter which session you watch. But that is how they work. What is the pre-recorded webinar? It covers what we discussed prior to the break. Types of testing, the story of the school, this and that. The format of online class is very convenient because it's just 1 hour. If I give you something for 4 hours to listen, guys, you are not likely to listen. 1 hour is much easier to survive. Okay, so if you want to repeat what we just discussed, here it is here, and PowerPoint, the one I used, it right here. Interview questions and answers. Let's take a look. Answers 1. So what is quality? We talked about that. But then here is the answer to memorize, to learn. So you are supposed to be able to come with that answer next time. That is the idea. What is software quality? Okay. By the way, when I do that, I'm saying, okay, measurement of this, customer satisfaction. And then another one says, quality software. Guys, not software quality, but quality software, different thing. I'm saying don't confuse quality software and software quality. So what is quality software? It is not just bug-free, but it is also delivered on time, within the budget, and so on. So do not confuse. That is not software quality. That is quality software. What is software quality assurance? What is the difference between software testing and software QA? What is software testing? You remember, so verification, validation, error detection. So you read that. Is it possible to find and fix all the bugs? We discussed that today. What is the black box testing? What is white box testing? It answers that. Describe a bug. So what is a bug? Mismatch between actual behavior of software application and its intended behavior. Okay, what is use case? We just touched that a little bit. But then there is a nice definition here, and it says, use cases are used by business analysts as a format for specifying system requirements. You can stop right here. it answers the question. It's a format for specifying business requirements. So each use case represents completed business operation performed by user, blah, blah, blah. What you can also do, you can go to the forum where we keep more detailed answers. And that is what you are expected to do. Forums. And you ask yourself, does it have test case question here in software QA testing interview question? Does it have a test case question outlined? What is test case? What is test case, guys? It's right here. Look at that. It is right here. What is test case? Let's take a look. Because one thing is a definition. But when you go to the interview, you come with 3 components to each and every answer. So one component is the definition itself. Another component is details. And one more component is when you relate to your experience. When you say, when I did such and such project, that is how we did it. Or that is what happened. 3 parts. And then you kill all the competition. You are better than any competition. So what it says about test case. It says definition, set of conditions and or, this is test case, no? Yeah, test case. We talked about use case. Test case?
No.
Use case. Use case. Wait a second. No. Test case. Test. No use case? I'm sorry. If there is no use case, there is no use case. But that is what you do, guys. You look if it is there. Functionality ad hoc. OK, no use case. Good. What is use case? Use cases are format used by business analysts to specify requirements. We do not write test use cases, guys. It's not our business. We just use cases are requirements. How do we use them? It says here, from QA perspective, we would need to execute end-to-end test. End-to-end test is a completed kind of big test from business perspective. And if you have use case, you say, hey, I can run it. Let's go through that use case from QA perspective. And that is a perfect end-to-end test. Not feature by feature. It's a business kind of task. That is all you have to know about use case. OK. What is the most important impact QA can have on product development process? Guys, 10 different people might give you 10 different answers. So clarifying requirements. If you clarify requirements, if you help improving the requirements, you eliminate lots of problems in the future. That is the major impact you can make. And if you scroll down here, guys, yeah, if you scroll down at the bottom here, OK, at the bottom here, you see that link. It goes to, originally I copied that from Wikipedia, because Wikipedia changes a lot. So I just made a copy. And it talks about software development lifecycle. So I have that story, different stages and everything. And it says here, incomplete, ambiguous, or contradictory requirements are recognized by skilled and experienced software engineers. Incomplete, ambiguous, or contradictory requirements. 82% statistically. I've seen that number somewhere. 82% of code rewritten. So they develop something, and then they have to go and change it. 82% of those changes are caused by changes to requirements. So if you eliminate problems in requirements, which problems? Requirements could be incomplete, could be ambiguous, so different people understand them differently, or maybe the same person might understand it one way or another way, or contradictory. What's the problem? You have 3 people working on it, and one implements one thing, another one implements another thing, and they contradict to each other because they understand requirements differently. So when we do that answer here, and it says, what is the most important impact QA can have on product development? Well, clarifying requirements. Yeah, we can eliminate a lot of changes in the future. Bringing down the percentage of code rewritten due to changes in the requirements together. So they are coming from same source. But again, different people might have different ideas. I just talked to one graduate. He graduated maybe 5 years ago. He just stopped by yesterday with a bottle of cognac. So he is going to interviews. So he had an interview nearby. He stopped by. And he says, you know what? Manager called me and he said something which nobody ever asked me. He said, what is one single thing which bothers you most in QA job? Guys, the best way to answer questions is being sincere. Okay. I mean, anytime you come with bullshit, it's bullshit, no matter what you said. It's the only thing which is important, you are bullshitting them. And nobody likes that. They're bullshit people. Okay. Who cares what you say? Then he says, I hate that multitasking, he said, because it's a part of life. We have to multitask. We have to test this and this and that. But I hate that. It doesn't allow me to really focus on something and do it, to the maximum I can do. And the guy said, yeah, I want you to come to an interview. So lots of things happen. And I don't think it is about specific words he said, or specific thing which bothers him a lot. But it's about being a decent person, reasonable, professional, and kind of not playing games. I don't know if he passed the interview, but when he came to interview.